Wow, good morning everybody. Hi, let me see who's here. I've got a little crowd having quite a chat before I got on. Let me see. Hi everyone. Joanne, Dawn, Cynthia, Tish, Catherine, Sarah. Great, lovely to see you all. Good morning. Joanne W. Hi, lovely, 12 people. Wow, that's more people than I've had for a little while. Starting point. Good morning. Isn't this gorgeous? Look where we are. And it's going to be quite different to when we were here last time. What was it? Just over a week ago, I think. We've even got, I think that's Venus setting up there. Is that Venus? I think it might be. Right up there, right in the middle of the screen. Venus rising. And there we go. Hi Michelle, good morning. Okay, so we've got just a couple of minutes before I officially start, but let's give a little pan around to where I'm standing. So this is a tiny little narrow one-way street that I have to drive down to get to where I'm parked. There's a fellow walking down the street there, so I'll just give him some space. And hi Lethargy, good morning. Listen. Good morning, kookaburras. So this is soldiers. No, they're still going. They haven't stopped yet. They must be just up there somewhere. I don't think we'll see them. Yeah, I can't see them. They're up there somewhere. Hi, Emily. It's definitely a cheerful sound, isn't it? And just over here, I think we have the moon setting. Let me see if I can... Oh, and off they go again. Hi, Jay. So we've got a little sailing club here. It's going to be quite lovely. So we're at Soldiers Point, which is kind of in the middle of Port Stephens. That's Nelson Bay over there with the lights sort of glittering. That's where I live, over there. So where those lights are, I'm sort of in behind that. Oh yeah, she likes to sort of intrude on our tours, doesn't she? What's bobbing in the water? That's just a buoy, a mooring buoy. We saw dolphins when we were here last time, so we'll keep an eye out for dolphins. Good morning, Michaela. Yeah, so that's a mooring buoy. We've got a couple of boats moored over to the right here. So there's one there. There's another one there, and yeah. Looks like there's a few of them out there. Okay, I'm going to walk towards this pier. I'm going to actually walk beyond it to a little beach on the other side, and we'll look out towards the east from there. But I did just see the moon setting. Let me see if I can, it's behind the trees. You might just get a glimpse of the moon, because we've got what do you call it? A waning moon, is that what it is? It was full moon a couple of days ago. So it's just in behind these trees here, just setting, or about to set, probably in about an hour, I guess. There it is up there. this is where we bumped into a couple walking their dogs, and we were looking in amongst the trees at a couple of rainbow lorikeets, and they said, "Oh, did you see the koala?" I went, what? Who was with me that morning? And they went on to explain that there is a resident koala somewhere around here, and you can be lucky you might see him every so often. So we'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out for him as well. You thought it was a person bobbing out there, Cynthia. Yeah, no, just a mooring boy. It's quite low tide. We might get an interesting shot underneath the pier. We'll give it a go. I forgot to check to see what the tide was doing this morning. Let's see if we can get down underneath that pier for an interesting shot. Hi, Lisa. So first of all, let's have a look over here. All about getting you some pretty postcards and photos this morning. That's what today's all about. So what we're looking at there that's the mouth of Port Stephens, in between those two peaks. So on the left we have Yucaba, which is on the north side of the mouth of Port Stephens. On the right we've got Mount Tamari, or Tamari Head, and in the middle there's a sort of little island just sort of poking its head up between the two. Alright, so let's go down the boat ramp and see if we can get an interesting shot underneath the pier. But before we do that, let's turn the camera around, do what I should have done a few minutes ago. Good morning. How do I look this morning? Pretty shocking, gosh. It's getting earlier and earlier, and obviously I haven't made myself look beautiful this morning. All right, good morning everybody, and thank you for joining me at Soldiers Point in Port Stephens. And before we begin, I'd just like to acknowledge that we're meeting today on the traditional lands of the Worimi and pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. Okay, so let's stop that nonsense. Stop looking at me, I mean, not the acknowledgement of country, which is always important. Oh well, thank you, Joanne. We can wallow in our self-esteem or lack of together. Okay. All right. So the tide is quite low. It's quite squishy here at the water's edge. Lots of weed has been washed up onto the boat ramp. So I'm just going to carefully squish and squelch through here just to see if we can get an interesting shot looking underneath the pier. You can't actually get right underneath it, but oh, thanks, Emily. Oh, you got the map link? Excellent, Cynthia. Well done. Squelch, yuck. Yeah, I'd hate it if I was barefoot. That's quite pretty though, isn't it? Okay. The sunrise is due in about, let me think, I went live at 5:40, just after 6:05. So I think we've got about 10 minutes till sunrise, and it's promising to be quite a lovely one this morning, isn't it? Okay, let's come back over here a bit. Don't you love a pier? Don't piers make beautiful, interesting postcards? They really do. Are you ducking down while you're watching? Isn't it funny how we do things like that when we're watching TV? We duck. And there's the water's edge. It's quite a lovely beach along there, and we're going to go back and walk along it in a little while. Oops, nearly tripped. Come on, Lynn, stay on your feet. Okay, so what I'm going to do is have a little peek over this side to the other beach, and then we'll walk along the pier. We'll get it from the other side as well, Michelle. So that's why I want to go down over here. We just have to negotiate some steps to get down there. And onto this little beach. I better take because it's a little bit dark, I better actually take the one with the handrail. Alrighty, carefully down these steps. Still quite cool, 10 degrees starting out this morning. Oh, I just found something. I knew it was around here somewhere, but I wasn't sure exactly where. This is a some kind of a weird historical well. We'll come back and have a look at it on the way back up. I don't know an awful lot about it, I just know that it's there. Oh, hello Inga, good morning. They're very steep steps too. I hate that. All right, this is so pretty, this side. Okay, let's get down here and have a look at the pier from this angle. We can get a bit closer than we did last time because the tide's out so far. Last time we were only able to get to about here, I think, if I recall. Can't get too close though. Joanne, he's still asleep. He's still asleep. Didn't even bother waking him up this morning. I got up at 4:30 and I was out the door before 5:30. I'm not even sure if he'll be up by the time I get back. Yes, good evening there where you are in the Netherlands, Inga. Sensible chap. And here's the moon. There we are. So what's that, about a 3/4? I'm not sure. Something like that. Anyway, past full moon a couple of days ago. Got a couple of seagulls being noisy over here. Interesting colour of the two colour weeds on the water's edge. Got a couple of jellyfish washed up here. Weed-shaped ones. There's a few of them. All right, let's go back up onto the pier. If I sound a little bit muffled, I'm dealing with a puppy dog nose. Oh, Cynthia. Are you meaning what I think you're meaning? There we go. Here's the lovely shot of the pier. Let's get it from this side. Squelch, squelch. Splosh. Yeek, that's a bit too far. That's enough. Yeah, it's really interesting, Inga. We've got a real mixture here. We've got these ones with the weed, and then you'll go up the beach a little further, and there'll be nice, beautiful, sandy. Never heard of a puppy dog's nose. Oh, you know when it's a little bit wet because it's cold. And then another areas it'll be lovely and sandy. The weed here on the beach though is actually a really good sign that the waterway is healthy. So once upon a time people would have really hated the sight of the weed on the beach, but now it's just a good indicator of the really healthy waterway around here. So no one's really complaining. And what does it say here? Something about the well restoration. Anyway, there's it's some kind of a well for some reason, and I don't know anything really more than that, other than it's being preserved for some reason. It's not that impressive. We'll move on. Okay, let's go up this way and out along the pier. The Southern Cross, yeah, it's actually quite faint. We have a little bit of light pollution here, so where I used to live in the Blue Mountains, we would see it more easily than we do here. It is beautiful, and it stands out. It's sort of out on its own a little, and quite distinctive once you know what to look for. I probably should get you a photo of it to show you at some point, but it's unlikely we'll ever see it on a tour because it's just too difficult to see. I'm just going to let this person walk back towards me. So this is the Salamander Bay Public Jetty. Yeah, absolutely, Inga. That's absolutely true. Good morning. We have, in terms of jellyfishes, just checking my microphone, making sure that wind is not affecting it. We have different kinds. If you were on one of my tours where I was over on the surf beach, the ocean-facing beach, we saw blue bottles there one time. They are stingers and nasty. And then in the river where we used to live at Brooklyn, we were seeing constantly the big orange jelly blubbers. They'd be the size of a small dinner plate with big, huge, fat tentacles. And I used to live on the Hawkesbury River for a while when I was a child. And if you got stung by those, you knew about it. It wasn't so pleasant. Hi Kay, good morning. So it's a bit windy out here this morning. We don't have that lovely, beautiful, smooth water surface that we had the last time we were here. We do have the sky colour, which is lovely. Bit of a trade-off. This is called the Salamander Jetty, Salamander Bay. Salamander Bay? Yeah, Salamander Bay Jetty. And over here we're looking at the houses of Soldiers Point. Got the full moon in the sky. Across the water over there, the north side of Port Stephens. Yeah, it's not fun, is it, Inga? That makes a trip to the beach not quite so fun. Over there is the area is called North Arm Cove and Pindamar. And then we have this long sandbar that connects Yakaba to the mainland. So that's Yakaba there. Seeing very much in the way of even bird life this morning. No pelicans around. Keeping an eye out for dolphins, but I'm not sure what they do when it's windy. Do they stay in sheltered coves? I'm not really sure. I'm kind of not really expecting to see dolphins this morning, but you never know. We might get lucky. We're hogging the moon, are we, Joanne? Well, it's on your way. It's on its way to you. Give it a couple of hours. Here we are. Give it a couple of hours, maybe it might be over your way by then. Noisy seagull over here, protesting about something. I wonder if this is Louise's gully, do you think? Come for a visit? Oh, I don't think the moon keeps to a timetable, does he? Excuse my sniffling. Alright, it's starting to get really nice and pink over here now. I think our sun is late. Come on, sun, where are you? Do you know what I think? I think it's coming up right behind Yakaba. Yakaba is hiding. It's in its way. Let's have a look down here. See if we can get some nice positioning. Wasn't he, Michelle? They should, yeah, I agree. They've already mucked up one what do you call it? Celestial body, the Earth. Now they want to muck up another one. All right, we're starting to get some really pretty glow happening over here. Positioning good for you, because what we can also do is have a look. It's almost like a picture frame if we look in through. Oh look, I don't want to miss it. It's coming, it's happening now. So grab a shot there, and then I'm going to move up a level. Ah, gosh, look at that. I think I know what you mean, Cynthia. The one where I position the camera on top of the railing and look along it. Yeah, I think I know exactly what you mean. Okay, I'm walking backwards and there's a step behind me, so I just want to be a little bit careful. Here we go. I want... Okay, right, we'll try that one first, Cynthia, and see how we go. Okay, it's not going to line up with the sun. Let's try over this side. But I'm going to zoom out again. Yeah, it's coming up right in that angle, isn't it? This is the one I was thinking about. Get down here knees creaking as I bend down. Oh, I've got to get up. Sorry, I can't stay down there. Oh dear. Well, that's a better shot. That's a better sunrise than the last time we were here, isn't it? Sorry, my horizon looks a little bit wonky, but it's okay. And we're starting to get the glow on the water in front of us too. One more time for this shot. Hi, Anne. There you go, it's a framed picture. Love that. Cynthia will try this one. How about that? It's not pointing directly at it, but oh, this is hard work on my knees though, guys. All this bending. Okay, backing away slowly. From here. Yeah, that's all right. I love different angles, really do. Lens flare happening just there too, just in there, right there. Keeps moving on me though. And look at that on the water now. That's really pretty. I'm so glad I found the zoom. I swear it didn't do that before. Love that. I just love that. That's why I wanted to come. Oh, my knees are suffering. That's why I wanted to come to this pier. It's just so beautiful. Okay, back out again. Yeah, no problem. Let's go back up to the top. Up here without all the complicated creativity. There we go. I will go down and try and get looking more across the water. Alright, let's head back towards this beach because we're going to see some really pretty sunlight shining on the the sand, the water's edge, and the rocks over there. I'll keep the camera pointing this way for a bit, but once the sun comes up over the horizon, that's the best of it finished. That's the last of the best of it. So let's get back over to this beach. Well, there's still some beautiful colour in the light shining on the water. Yeah, we'll see it from the beach, Dawn. I just want to get over there. So one last shot from here. And then we'll go back over to the boat ramp briefly, and then to the beach. All right, and it happened so quickly, doesn't it? I mean, it was just gone dark when I arrived, and it's only half an hour later and it's already, I think these are the two people that were talking to me about the koalas, or maybe not. I'm trying to remember what their dogs were like. I think they were smaller dogs. Don't know. Okay, here we go. This is what you're after, Dawn. And so many things affect that, Inga. We were at the sunset at the sand dune the other day, and the colour was really intense. There we go. That's a combination of light on the water and the pier. Makes everybody happy. Okay. You see what I mean by the glow on the rocks here? It's just beautiful, isn't it? Let's head over to the sand. So, any big plans for today for people? I know it's night time where some of you are. Have you had a good day? I love this time of year because it's in between stuff, in between the cold and the hot, in between the harsh weather. Grocery shopping after this. I don't mind grocery shopping. Prefer to do it on my own though. Can anyone else relate to that? All right, so we've got a nice little picnic table over here. Just noticed my muffle is sliding down again. It's not too much wind though, so we should be okay. Just put that back there. Isn't this a lovely spot? You could bring your thermos of tea or coffee, maybe some croissants or pastries or whatever you like, some fruit. Just sit here watching the sunrise. Lovely spot. Why don't we do that for a second? Just sit here. You mowed the lawn. Oh God, Cynthia. Yuck. Yeah, no. Yeah, Have a lovely sleep, Sarah. Good night. West Coast. My brother's on the West Coast. Oh, aren't we having some horrible weather in the Northern Hemisphere now? But you should be getting relief soon. And then it'll all be starting for us. We'll be... I think I avoided going down this boat ramp the other day because it looks slippery. We'll go down via the sand instead. Yeah, it's all going to start for us very soon. We're expecting it to be a very hot summer here as well. And because we've had 3 years of rain and mild temperatures, we've got a lot of understory growth. So we're fully expecting, I don't know what this bird is, that's why I'm sort of focused on there at the moment. Trying to figure out what this guy is. Something that likes poking around in the sand. It's not a spoonbill, is it? Let me see, I'm going to zoom in on him. Not sure what sort of bird it is. I don't think it's an ibis, but it's hard to tell. It might be an ibis. Well, I hope it doesn't last too long for you, Inga. I hope that the autumn starts to temper those temperatures for you before too long. Yeah, it does look like an ibis, doesn't it? If you feel comfortable sharing details about yourself, that's great. We always love to know more about each other. Just be aware, of course, that these videos are going public on YouTube. So sometimes the live chat stays with the video. So just keep that in mind if you are sharing any information between us that you prefer not to be public. Hi Leanne, great to see you. All right, let's get you lined up. Yeah, you can't even tap on people's profiles in the chat. You go back and have a look later. I've tried. And you look at the chat and you go, oh, I'd love to follow such and such a channel. It might be a fellow guide. And they're not. Cynthia, you're absolutely right. You can't tap on a profile in the chat and see who they are. It doesn't work that way. I was trying to find Louise's channel the other day because she popped up on one of my tours. I went, oh yeah, that's right, I can't just do that, I've got to go look for her. All right, so Cynthia, I hope I'm going to be able to take my shoes off and roll my pants up on, what am I doing? Maybe tomorrow. I'm not uncertain about tomorrow, or Wednesday. So one of the next 2 days, I'm going to see if I can brave it. This one wasn't suitable because it was just too much rough, hard, rocky surface in between. I did find it, Inga. Yeah, I found it eventually. I think it's a poppy, something to do with poppy. Louise Poppy Louise, something like that. Yeah, I do have it. That's it, yep. That's it, Joanne. Yes, Louise Poppy. So, what do you think of this place? How would you like to live here or have it as your weekender? I reckon that's what a lot of these places are. I reckon they're weekenders. People escape the city and come up here for a few days and wake up to this. It wouldn't be too bad, would it? Oh, I wish. I'll just get out of this lady's way. Too modern for you, Dawn? Good morning. It's more the position that I'm thinking of. Two little ducks there, just sitting there. They're not bothered at all. We walked straight past them. They didn't move a muscle. They just stood there. And I checked out a trail yesterday. A couple of people joined me for my test. I tested the stream, so I left the recordings up. So you can use that as a preview or a taster of something to come. That's the location for my sunrise tomorrow morning. And we tested out another trail yesterday as well, which was absolutely gorgeous, but there's no signal, so I'm going to have to do a recording there. Ah, thanks for that, Cynthia. Yep. Yeah, thanks, Inga. It'd be lovely to see you all if you can make it tomorrow. So yeah, sunrise tomorrow. It's not on the calendar because John's changed the way we add a tour to the calendar, and now you have to add an image. And I'm having all sorts of technical difficulty because I don't have Wi-Fi in my house, and I can't resize my images to be small enough. Has to be less than a certain image size to be attached to the form. So waiting for John to help me out and work that one out, and until that gets sorted out I won't be able to add any tours to the calendar. So that's even more reason why, if you're not already, subscribe to my channel, get the notifications, and then you know, it's your choice. You don't have to join the tour, but at least you know that it's there. Yeah, I know, Jay. It has to be under, what was it, 300,000 kilobits or something, kilobytes, I think, something like that. And I'm taking photos on my phone. My images are over a meg. Is that what it is? I forget the megabyte, gigabyte. I don't know, whatever it is. And they're too big. So, and I'm normally self-sufficient when it comes to stuff like this. I used to work for a web designer, adding content to websites, so I'm no mug when it comes to this sort of stuff. But this one has bamboozled me. I just don't know how to resize the images on my phone and add them to the form to get them on the calendar. So thanks, Inga. Yeah, tomorrow, Joanne. Tomorrow morning, same time as today. So whatever time it is, whatever time it was that you joined today, it'll be the same time tomorrow. And I think Cynthia put the time for her time zone, whatever that is. Oh yeah, 3:45 to 4:30 p.m. in her location. But yeah. All right. Have you seen enough? I could just wander up and down the beach a little bit longer. There's that lovely sailing club. We had coffee up there. They're open as a cafe on the top floor up there. So we went in there one day and they were holding an art class. Yeah, Dawn, I figured I might need something like that. So I've got so many apps on my phone at the moment too. Everything from learning Spanish to planning overseas trips to all sorts of things. Yeah, I might have to look at getting an app to do the image resize. Leanne, I think you'll be fine. I think that's after my Wednesday. So, but good luck with your surgery. I hope it all goes well. I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday tours this week, and then I've got my parents coming to stay for 4 days. So won't be doing anything till next week. After that, I'm going to show them around and take them on little excursions and take them on walks and all of that sort of thing. So it'll be really nice. All right, so we didn't see any dolphins. The sun's well and truly up. It was quite lovely. Thank you all for joining me. It was very pleasant out here this morning. Very beautiful. Yeah, that's okay. No problem, Cynthia. Not sure what you're referring to, Joanne. Never what? What did I say? What did I say? I forget. My memory's getting worse. All right, I think that I will turn the camera around and fare you all well for the rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, look at this interesting, really, really interesting looking piece of seaweed or something. Yeah, that's what I'm on, Jay. I'm doing Spanish on Duolingo. It's really weird looking, isn't it? Shall I pick it up? Let's see. I might. Ooh. Eek. It's all squishy. Yeah, no, we won't pick that up. Thank you, everyone. Let's turn the camera around. There's the big fallen tree. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you all. Really enjoy your company, as always. And I hope you can join me for the next 2 tours I've got coming up. And I'll be in planning for more after that. So, yeah, see what you can join me on. And we'll see you again real soon. Okay. Bye for now. Bye, everyone.